go, I wonder why he's telling me this stuff off the air. He was telling me great Jackie stories when Jackie was drunk.
Yeah. He's never told us those stories.
Stuttering John said that he tried calling Jackie at the hotel because he worked last night.
Yeah.
And Jackie's phone is off the hook.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We'll never get to him then.
And the Indian dude at the desk said there's no way that we knock on anyone's door. Isn't that funny?
I don't know where these hotels are that he picked.
Baba Booey said during the commercials, Patty Davis Reagan's here. He goes, boy.
Baba Bohai.
Says to me, she's got the tightest ass. What did he say?
She's got the tightest, smallest ass.
Yeah.
Tightest and smallest.
Yeah.
She wins
tiny little
2
ass.
awards.
You've already eyeballed her, huh?
Oh, you're such a dick. I'm sitting there talking to her.
And it's on the radio?
Story.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, Patty Davis, tightest ass. So she immediately ignores me and listens to the radio. Somebody else has to bring her in now. I'm dying of embarrassment.
Just go out there. Be a man about it. What's the matter?
She's wearing Edwin jeans, I noticed.
Oh, really? I wear Edwin jeans.
While I was looking at her butt.
Those are good jeans. You ever get a pair of Edwins?
I have Edwins.
You do? Yeah, those are
it.
good. Well, she works out like crazy. Because all she does is write books and work out.
She's really, really thin.
She's got a tight ass, huh?
Yeah.
Small, too, huh?
Tiny.
Tiny. Bulls. Patty Davis Reagan has the...
How come you didn't wait to marry her, Gary?
Now, there's a catch.
I'm a Democrat.
So is she.
I know.
All right, why don't you bring her in here?
Okay.
She wrote a book. She's out plugging the book. I think I gave her the idea for the book.
Really? How do you think?
I was in here talking about bondage with her the last time she was here.
Well, that's true.
And she got really into it, and she said she'd never been tied up and stuff.
Let's ask.
Hey, Patty.
The inspiration.
How's your ass? Wow, you got tighter since I. Gary, you're right. You know what it is? The last time I saw you, you didn't dress this good.
Well, what about you? You were pretty flabby last time I was in here.
Yeah, but notice now I'm not.
I know. I noticed on your book jacket.
You liked it.
Full credit for that.
You like that?
Well, I like it better than before because your stomach was all like,
flabby.
hanging over before. I told you I thought it was a prosthetic stomach when I saw it when you were being lowered under that thing, I thought it was like something stuck on there, and I went, oh, my God, it's him.
So I heard you were nervous you were going to be part of the Super Bowl party. I was going to get you in here in a thong and let you rub me down.
Yeah, your dreams.
Believe me, you would love it. You would love it. You know you would love it.
Women with real breasts aren't allowed in here. Except for Robin, she's on the payroll.
You have a fantasy of being in a submissive relationship with a man based on your new book. Oh, yes. She does. She's into this whole rap. I was watching her on the Today Show with Katie Couric. Katie Couric almost dropped a load when she heard Patty talking about bondage.
Really?
Well, she said...
no, I said, I didn't think this was a provocative statement. Why am I holding on these headphones?
Put them on so you can hear Robin.
Oh.
All right. No, what you said was...
Jesus Christ.
What did you say?
I said we were talking about this character of Anthony who, this girl gets into this bondage relationship with, and... I said, even though he turns out to be a dangerous person toward the end and violates her trust, that everything he did wasn't bad.
What you said was...
I said, wait, the line that she cringed was, I said, he gave her the best sex she ever had.
No, that wasn't even it. You said that you hadn't had bondage, but you thought about it, but you hadn't found anyone you trusted enough.
Oh, yeah, I said that too.
Yeah, and of course, Katie was like beside herself.
Why?
Because she obviously hasn't found anyone she trusted. She would absolutely love to be tied up. She would absolutely love to be tied up, Katie Couric.
Giving her that, I can't believe you said that look?
Yeah, but she was just, she's trying to like,
it was the best sex she ever had look where she cringed and said, this is a family show or something. I didn't think that was that provocative.
Oh, families don't have sex.
Let me tell you something. She's as horny as anybody, Katie Couric, and she's looking for sex too, believe me.
People pretend they don't, though.
Yeah, she has a husband. She goes home. She's knocked out a few kids, believe me.
They
she puts on a thong.
Something.
I know, but are you not supposed to say something like that on morning television?
She's just trying to make it so you're being like you're being provocative. You were talking normal.
Oh.
But anyway, the point is that wasn't I somewhat the inspiration for your book?
No, you know what?
I was.
You know what?
I am not a dickhead. I am absolutely not a dickhead.
I didn't tell you anything. When I came in here before, I was in the midst of writing Bondage, and you were going through that whole fantasy where it was going to cost me so much money because you were cutting off my expensive tights and making me buy a footboard for my bed and this whole thing.
No, I told you what I do to you sexually, and you were really getting hot.
Stop interrupting me.
You were getting hot.
This is why you didn't hear me say, well, I'm actually writing a novel called Bondage. I said that, but were interrupting me and
I
talking
ignored
over
that.
me like you're doing right now.
I ignored that.
You want to be the inspiration.
Because I want to be the inspiration for your book, and I want you to admit it.
Because I read your book.
Right.
And I go, now he's claiming inspiration because you were so rude to talk over me and interrupt me. You didn't even hear me saying that.
I got you thinking. I got you thinking.
I'm taking credit for you being in better shape.
Well, I am in better shape.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And she's written a book called Bondage.
You saw me on the cover of your book.
Same publisher. Oh, my goodness.
I wanted... That's right. We were both on Simon & Schuster.
Yeah.
That's right. And Bondage is a book about bondage, Robin.
I would imagine it's about bondage.
I was having a fantasy that if I was single, I'd marry you. Then I'd get you back with your parents. That would be the first move I'd do. Like, I would get you...
You'd reconcile.
I'd have a record. First, I'd write a letter to my father-in-law.
I'm talking to my parents.
No, but I mean, I get you back.
First of all, you should. Can you imagine if Howard were single and I brought Howard Stern up to my parents?
How good would that be? And tell me you wouldn't. And you know you would dig it too, because you love shocking them.
They would take my mother.
They would kill her.
St. John.
We'd give her a heart attack. Imagine I walk into Ronald Reagan's house. Mom, I want to introduce you to my new husband.
No.
Howard, foul-mouthed, disgusting, Stern, Antichrist.
Being sued.
Yeah, oh, it'd be great.
Sued by the entire government.
Yeah. But what would be great about it is I would get you, like, really tight with you. First of all, the way I would win Patty over, it was I would never even talk about her parents. I'd be like, who cares about your parents? Let's get on with our lives. Let's have some fun. Let's get into some bondage. And I'd tie you up and do all your fantasies and all that stuff. And you would go nuts. What I'd do to you is I'd tie you up to the bed. And I told you I'd leave you there for a couple of hours.
Which I think is...
You would be so turned on by the time I walk back in the room.
I'd be so pissed off at you.
You would be so angry.
Turned on or hungry.
You would be angry, but you would be hungering for a man at that point. Or anything close to a man, which would be me.
Or some food.
Yeah. No, I'd feed her and stuff, but I'd feed her.
But you're saying you would leave her.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the whole thing. You got to do stuff that would piss her off.
How long you'd leave her, so maybe she'd just be hungry.
I'd leave her for like 2 days.
Oh, God.
But I'd leave like one of those animal feeders.
A bowl.
A bowl that like automatically opens up every couple of hours. Like a bird feeder. But you would love it because it would drive you so crazy. Part of tying someone up is making them pissed off.
Now,
why would you want to tie someone up?
I have to ask you a question.
Why would you want to tie someone up and then do stuff you do to them anyway?
Excuse me, then why didn't you ever allow your wife
to
remain tied up?
Because
she was
here's what
getting
happened.
angry.
I tied my wife up. All right, this ties in with your book. This is why I think when people read your book, they will get to
called Bondage, Simon & Schuster, same publisher as Howard. Okay,
and it's Patty Davis. She doesn't use the Reagan.
Yeah,
but I use the Reagan.
That too.
I use it because...
Why do you stick it on my name?
I like it because that's your name, believe it or not. Your name is not Patty Davis.
I changed my name. It's my prerogative.
No, I'm changing your name back. It's Patty, Patty Reagan.
See, that's the first thing you do with your husband.
I tie her up. First thing we do is my name would be changed to Reagan. You wouldn't even have to take my name.
It's the Howard Reagan show.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that I'm now Ronald Reagan's son-in-law would be a big deal. That would give me instant credibility. Listen.
Yes.
So what I'd do is I'd tie you up, and then I would do like a lot of sexual stuff to you. Like, I'd leave your clothes on when I tied you up, and then I'd cut your clothes and stuff like that off, which would really piss you off because you probably like your clothes.
Yeah.
And then you're really angry, but it's really kind of turning you on in a way. And admit it, it is. It's driving you nuts that I'm being so arrogant that I'm cutting your clothes
off. I can't believe it's the same fantasy you had like a year ago.
Yeah, I want to do this to you.
Can't you do something different?
I'm getting there.
We do like a one-trick pony.
I didn't get to do this. Yeah, maybe we did do this a year ago.
But you were about to tell me why you didn't keep your wife tied up.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's what happened. So I said, hey, I get this love voice. I go, hey, I'm going to tie you up. And she hates it. She goes, talk normal. You're scaring me. You sound like Dracula. I said, no, that's my love voice. That means I'm really horny. When I get horny, I'm just like, I'm going to tie you up. You know. She goes, shut up. So, okay, she says, all right, you could tie me up. All right, you got to get permission, right? That's the right thing to do. So I went and I got some neckties because I didn't have anything to tie her up with. And then there was nowhere to tie her to. I don't hope you addressed this in your book. You just don't tie someone up. I didn't want to hog tie her or something. I don't even know how to do it.
You have to have the headboard. No,
I didn't have a headboard. Your characters had headboard. How many people you know have a headboard? I don't have a headboard.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
So
Yeah.
she's prepared to go to her house.
Lots of little columns, tie things up.
Oh, yeah, on all four sides, like on the feet and on the head?
No, remember we talked about this last time. You said, do you have a footboard, too? And I said no, and so I had to go out and buy one in order for you to play out your fantasy. This fantasy was getting so expensive for me.
Right, no. You had
to go to Ethan Allen Furniture.
You had to buy furniture.
Right.
Boy, what have you been working out like crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Man, it shows. What do you weigh now?
I weigh more than you think I do because it's all muscle. How much do you think I weigh?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You're 5'10"?
Yes, she's very tall.
Stand up for a second. I don't believe that. Let me see that. Let me see. Oh, wow. You're perfect for me. I get you in some heels, mini dress. You wear mini dress, right?
Yeah, sure. So how much do you think I weigh?
125.
Oh, well, you're close. 130.
Really? You weigh 130?
Yeah, because it's all muscle.
All right, stop bragging. Look at a buttocks is the tightest I've seen. Really?
Pretty good.
What do you go to aerobics or something?
No, I lift weights.
Yeah.
And then I run.
How many miles do you run?
About 6.
A day?
Usually about 4 days a week, yeah.
Wow. I got to start doing that, Robin.
See, you'll say this, and he'll start trying to do it, and then he'll fall apart.
Yeah, then I'll pop out of my head.
You can come out to Connecticut, run around Connecticut with me, and that would really start rumors.
Yeah, but wait a second. I would do that. My wife won't allow it, but I would do it. You live in Connecticut?
Yeah.
What was this I heard about you almost getting married to somebody up there?
Oh, yeah. Who'd you almost marry? I read that, too.
He wasn't from Connecticut. He followed me from California. And,
he just wanted to be Ronald Reagan's son-in-law. I'm glad you didn't marry him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't marry him.
Right. What happened? You got engaged?
I got engaged, and then I got disengaged.
Well, you got a wacky love life.
Yeah, well, how long did you
really
know
do.
him? I know. I'll tell you, you know what? My taste in men sucks.
It really does. You need me.
You need help. It seems awfully odd to me. You had just met him.
I know. It was one of those, like, whirlwind things.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You met him for like 2 weeks and then you were engaged?
No, we'd known each other for a few months.
It's not long enough.
Yeah,
no, it's not long enough. You're right. It's not.
And what happened? You fell head over heels in love, and then all of a sudden you started to see flaws in him?
Okay, sort of, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he, some musician or something?
No, he was a builder.
A builder?
Houses.
I can't see that.
He didn't make enough money for me.
Is that what happened?
He didn't make enough money for me. He wasn't smart enough for me.
But how do you, seriously, you got a whole situation going on. You don't have to, like, work a normal job and stuff. What did you get, like a trust fund or something?
Oh, please.
You never got a trust fund?
No, I work really hard.
Writing?
This is my, yeah, but that's, you wrote a book.
I know. It's the hardest thing I ever did.
This is my 5th book. I
do
do
you
about
get?
A book a year.
And then you get an advance?
Yeah.
And then you live off the advance, and then when the book sells, you get a couple of checks.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how, but I mean, it's like real.
So you don't get any money from your parents? You see, I changed that. First of all, let me talk to you. All right, I'm gonna straighten out your whole life.
Okay.
To me, what we would do if we were married is, I would begin a relationship with your father. I would write to him. I'd say, listen, this is a tough letter to write. Patty and I are very happily married. It's an unorthodox marriage. I got a reputation.
But now being a family man.
But Dad, what I want to say is,
I would like to mend fences.
I'd like to bring Patty by the house and sit down because we're going to be having kids. I definitely would have kids with Patty just to,
You got to.
Yeah, get him knocked up inside the first year.
Because, the grandparents will forgive the daughter anything.
Yeah, of course, because they get the grandchildren.
That's right.
That's the way to the vault. I'm not just saying I'm money hungry, but I figure her dad's got a couple of mil stashed. Easily.
I bet you don't even think you're in the will.
I bet you don't. You're probably not on the will, and I get you back in the will.
The National Enquirer said that I wasn't.
Right, and that doesn't bother you? I would be in a panic. Well,
I haven't gotten money from my parents since I left college.
Yeah, but don't you want to get in on the mother load? Why should the other siblings get in on it? Why should Maureen get all the money? She's in there lobbying every day. I would be your advocate. I would be your advocate. I'm being serious. Why should Maureen get all the money? I'd be out of my mind over this. Maureen and the other guy. I don't even know the older one. No, Ron Reagan Jr. isn't getting any money.
Cool.
He's getting money?
No, I said he's cool. I mean, don't criticize him.
He's cool.
He's
no, I'm saying he's your brother, but the other one.
Michael.
Michael, he's another one in there lobbying.
He's also lobbying.
He lobbies all the time. I'll bet you Maureen and Michael get the mother load. I'll bet you they get all the money. And I'm just saying, your dad's got to be. Have you ever done a Dun & Bradstreet on him or anything?
No, can you do that?
No, I'll do that. I'm your husband.
What, you call somebody up and say?
Oh yeah, you hire an investigator. Yeah, you find out what they're worth. Sure. Yeah, you just got to pay for it. We're going to get you some money.
Oh, God.
Listen, you don't want to be Ronald Reagan's daughter and be broke. That's the worst thing in the world. Like, they'll be going, hey, guess who works in the candy store?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan's daughter.
Well,
it's like,
wait a minute.
What?
I'm doing okay.
No, we know that.
This book will do well, and I'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. As your husband, I don't want to hear that you're doing okay.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just saying, if there's money to be made there, why not?
Now, wait a minute, Howard. If we're married, community property, you have lots of money.
No, you have signed a prenuptial agreement. Yeah, you didn't know that.
Getting to it.
You're tied up more ways than you know. There's a lot more bondage going on than you know. What I'm saying is, as your husband, I would begin a campaign. I wouldn't even tell you about it. I would do it all behind your back. And I would begin a conversation with your father. Say, Dad, yes, we're coming over. I'm bringing the grandchildren. I really want to get this going. I'm not looking for anything out of this other than I need family. And also, could you call Bill Clinton and get the FCC off my ass? Because he could make that call.
To work.
Yeah, because you know, if your father called Bill Clinton, even though they're a different party and stuff, but they're ex-presidents, that he would probably get the government off my ass. So I'd be able to operate, yeah. Oh, I think he would. Hello, Bill? Yes. He's always like, yes. Ronald Reagan. I know. My son-in-law would like you to get the FCC off his ass.
My son-in-law, Howard.
Howard Stern. Howard Stern. I'd be choking and stuff.
You don't think your father-in-law would call you Howie?
Howie. Well, Howie, yeah. So I think it would be really cool. Then what I would do is, I would begin this relationship and stuff and eventually get you worked back into the will.
So you could never let my father listen to your show?
No, I wouldn't, but he wouldn't have to listen to the show.
I mean, he'd be going... You know what those gals are doing in there?
Yeah, but your father knows. He's in Hollywood. He's a show business type. I don't think he's that conservative. I really don't think he's that conservative.
Yeah, but I heard about Nancy. She was no...
yeah, she's wild.
Wallflower.
That's right.
Oh, you mean like Kitty Kelly's book and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, we don't really know that.
So me and you and your parents would end up in bed together.
We weren't. None of us were born then. We don't know that that's...
It would be wild. It would be really great. I would love it. It would be really interesting. But it would be great. All of a sudden, I'd have power.
Yeah. Everybody would be calling you Howard.
And I wouldn't mind Patty in bed. She's got a great body.
Oh, you wouldn't mind?
Not at all.
He would let you.
I mean, that's a nice side benefit. The fact is, you look good.
I know.
So the problem is, there's no problem.
But you would have to work out a lot.
Yeah, well,
you like a hard body.
You saw me on the cover of my book. What was wrong with that?
You're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even work out as hard as you do. What do I do? 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Boom, that's enough.
You do a little more work on your abs.
Okay, so, all right. Why, your abs are they tight? You don't see any skin?
No.
Let me see. Lift up your shirt. Whoa, look at that. How'd you get that?
Lots of sit-ups. Lots of crunches.
Can you take off your pants?
No.
You can't?
You take off yours.
I will. If you do. If you take off yours, I'll take off mine.
Nah.
See? You scared.
I want to see if you're really as small as you say.
You're not that wild.
No, you're right. I'm not.
All right, listen, Patty Davis has a new book. I got to take a break. We come back, I'll wrap up with Patty. But I want to talk about her book some more. It's called Bondage. You can go out and buy it. It's about this woman who gets tied up. It's really Patty's sexual fantasies you're reading. That's what it is. It's what Patty wants.
Well, wait a minute. She's supposed to be writing fiction.
Yeah, but it's based on her little warped fantasy. That she's afraid to play out because she you know why?
I'm not going to argue with it.
It's a little fantasy that she wants to play out. She hasn't found someone she trusts enough. Admit it. You trust me to do this to you, don't you? You would trust me to tie you up. Think about it for a second.
Would you trust somebody to tie you up?
Let me tell you something about me, why people trust me.
But why would, go on.
I was talking to a guy. He had a friend who was getting a divorce.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, and he says the guy, what he did was, he took all of his money, and he transferred it to his business partner. He gave it to him.
Yeah.
And he said, you hold on to my money for me so my wife can't get it. Now, I said, oh, my God, would you ever trust anyone you know in business to actually take all your money and put it in his bank account? And I started thinking, I don't think I trust anyone in the world to do that. The guy turned to me. This is a guy we work with.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to tell you something. If I had to do it, I would trust... You know who said it to me? I'll tell you who said it to me.
Who?
He's not going through a divorce. I mean, his friend was. John Lolas. He said, I would trust you to hold my money. I said, I wouldn't trust you. He goes, I know that. But I would trust you to hold all my money. I said, you're right. I would never touch it.
But why
would
John Lolas trust you?
He has a feeling. He says, I have a vibe on you. I would trust you to hold my money for me. If I ever needed someone to hold my money.
So everybody give your money to Howard.
No. That's not what I'm saying. And I believe in the same respect, and I hardly know Patty. I've only interviewed her this the second time.
So she's going to trust you to tie her up.
I know Patty would trust me to tie her up. I know it, and I know she would.
See, this is the curse of my life. I find one man who I trust, and he's married.
Right, yeah. She does, but you do trust me to tie you up.
It's a curse.
You do trust me, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I know you do.
Absolutely.
Because I wouldn't hurt her.
I can say that because it's never going to happen.
Right.
Not necessarily. You'll give me a hotel room. I'll tie you up. I try to tie her up and I just forget it and I just leave her there.
You can't do anything else because you're married, but you could tie her up.
Patty wrote a book based on her fantasy that she can't come true because she dates all these losers. You date losers.
I don't know how you find them.
She finds them because she's Ronald Reagan's daughter. That's exactly what happens. She meets guys who want to date Ronald Reagan's daughter.
She gives them her number.
That's true.
She can't discern between guys who want to date Ronald Reagan's daughters, and guys who...
She's of that mindset where, they must love me. And she doesn't realize she's Ronald Reagan's daughter.
She starts to believe that they love her. You forget you're Ronald Reagan's daughter.
She doesn't even give herself a chance. She's engaged in 2 months.
This is like a therapy session without my participation.
Did you go to the psychiatrist? Do you ever see a psychiatrist?
I'm going, okay, well...
Patty, you ever see a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
And when you say to the psychiatrist, what is with me that I get engaged to a guy in 2 months? And what does the psychiatrist say?
Well, I wasn't in therapy at that point. I probably should have been.
Because she seeks approval from men. Because she had a messed up relationship with her father.
But she seems like such an assertive, authoritative, like...
She is. She's overcompensating.
It's true. I have it so much more...
herself.
She's overcompensating here on the radio in front of people, but in reality,
real life,
she wants to be dominated. She wants to be dominated, and she wants a man who is so strong.
She needs to be taken care of.
She needs to be taken care of. And even on some level, she doesn't even recognize this.
No, I do recognize it. I recognize that I have it so much more together in every area of my life except romance.
Romance has been a big bust.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus, I'd take care of you. You wouldn't even know what hit you. You'd be seeing stars. You'd be seeing colors. Let me tell you something about my wife.
Oh, boy.
When she has an orgasm...
She sees stars?
She sees colors.
Really?
Now, have you ever seen colors? No. Admit it. Be honest.
Stars.
Robin's never seen colors either.
I don't want to see colors.
You know how scary it is for her? She says, with no other man.
I don't know what she's talking about.
And I'm not. And let me. I didn't use the vibrator.
She was seeing colors.
All right, she hasn't seen colors recently.
Right.
All right, in the last 15 years, she hasn't seen colors. But the first 5 years of the relationship, she saw colors.
Have you been together 20 years?
20.
Wow.
20 years. I'm 116. All right, I'm going to take a break. The name of the book is Bondage. It's out on Simon & Schuster. It's a Patty Davis book. And it's very sexual. I hope you can handle it.
You're listening to the only guy who can answer the female questions on Jeopardy! Howard Stern. 92.3 K-Rock.
What is this? HMV? Patty, you know what HMV is?
No, is it a disease?
No, it's not a new virus. HMV is a record store. HMV Record Stores is having a price-chopping Bobbit sale this Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, God.
Now, let me ask you something. Don't you think...
That was my initial reaction.
You're so sick.
What do you mean? That's HMV.
It's not
then why am I sick?
You didn't do that?
No, they're having a Bobbit sale. Listen to this. They are chopping prices. That's this Saturday and Sunday. HMV is sick. HMV has America's largest record store. Where do you shop for records, Robin?
HMV.
You really do, don't you?
I do.
You know why you like the store on the... What is it, the one on the west side?
On the east side is the one I go to. When it wasn't there, though, I had to travel all the way over to the west side.
Doesn't the west side have over 250,000 titles?
They both do.
Oh, they both do?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, HMV's the way to go with this big Bobbit sale because... And this is a quote. Due to stiff competition, HMV is chopping its prices. HMV has more than 250,000 titles on display. And at the 86 and Lexington location, as well as, what is the other one? Where's the other one?
86th and Broadway.
It's
75th and Broadway.
72nd and Broadway.
Oh, sorry.
On the west side, and 86 in Lexington. The Bobbit sale runs this Saturday and Sunday. Shoppers are coming in from as far away as New Jersey and Long Island to take advantage of the cut price offers, such as $9.99 CDs and $5.99 cassettes, including Counting Crows, ZZ Top, In Excess, Phil Collins. Patty, have you dated any of these? Any of these groups? No,
I missed
never.
Them.
Okay, the Bobbit sale. I just want to make sure.
I know.
HMV.
Logical question, actually.
Go ahead. Get me back into the show. Now, you know,
back with the Howard Stern Show.
Patty was saying in my book, I made fun of her laugh, and I said, what did I say in my book? That it was like
screechy or something like that.
She says, you don't like my laugh. Well, her laugh is very, very unusual. It's the kind of laugh that when you first have sex with her, it's like, ooh, yeah, this is great. I like that laugh. It's really quirky.
But
it's weird.
Don't laugh in bed.
I don't laugh in bed either.
You would with me.
Why, when I saw you?
Yeah, you might. Yeah, well, you're obviously very body conscious, and you might goof on me.
But I think you're... Is it, or is it big hands?
No, it's big feet.
I can never remember that. Is it big hands?
Big hands, big feet, big genitals.
Right.
But In my case, God goofed on me. Didn't he, Robin?
I don't know.
No, with Patty's laugh would be the kind of thing after about 3 or 4 years of marriage, you have to say, look, Patty, stop with the laugh already. No more laughing in the house.
Oh, so I should laugh like you do, that snorty thing that you do?
Yeah. Oh, does that bother you? My laugh is cute.
Your laugh sounds like a pit bull.
What is it, Stuttering John?
I just got off the phone with Jackie Martling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you tape it?
No, he called me.
Oh.
Where is he?
And he wanted to chat. He got mad when I said I got to go. He's like, what am I, Captain Jenks?
Yeah.
He goes, you know, the phone, it got knocked off the cradle.
Yeah, well, because he was drunk. Knocked off the cradle.
Yeah, the first time it rang, he knocked it off the cradle.
John, get out of here. I'm talking to Patty Davis.
All right,
come on, get out of here, dope. All right, anyway, interrupting with that nonsense.
How come nobody laces up their shoes around here?
Because John does whatever I do.
Oh.
However I dress, John dresses that way.
Oh.
Anyway, where was I? He studies me and then he does what I do. And somehow he doesn't pull it off. Did you see how he looks today?
We were talking about laughing and the size of your genitals.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, look, the name of your book is Bondage.
Yes, it is.
You're here. Hey, you want a hug? Goodbye or something? You want to get into something? Do you? Did we do that the last time?
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
You dig me, don't you?
I was trying to figure out how big he was.
Do you really?
I was.
You pull down your pants and show me your buttocks.
No.
I'll show you mine.
No.
I want you to evaluate it.
No, I'm not going to be one of the women who comes in here and takes off her clothes. I don't want to just be one.
Don't take off your clothes. You're wearing panties.
How do you know?
Because I know you. You would wear panties.
How do you know?
Because I know. I can tell you're the type. You wear like a thong or something. Because you work out so much. But
Were you like looking through the hotel room window?
No, I can just tell. I can tell what you do. You wear a thong?
Yeah.
How come you write so much about lesbianism and yet you've never tried it?
You know, I think if I'd grown up in a different country that was a little bit, that wasn't so hung up on saying you have to be in a certain category, you know, like what are you? You get those messages real early on. Are you gay or are you straight? I think if I'd grown up in a different society, I probably would have.
Because in your new book, there's lesbian overtones.
Well, there's lesbianism. Relationship, yeah.
So you fantasize about this. You think about it.
I think my fantasies tend to be pretty bisexual, but actually I don't.
You don't think about women?
If I think about it, actually, it's not a real appealing thought to me.
See, what I would do is about a year into the relationship, I'd introduce Patty into a woman. It'd be a three-way thing going on. She's ready. I think she's ready to try just about anything.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When you read a book like this...
You don't know this much about your wife.
I know more about Patty than I know about my wife. I don't know why.
You don't know what your wife is ready for.
All right, so are we going to hug goodbye now?
Yeah.
All right, the name of the book is Bondage. I'm going to read it this weekend. I'll see if there's any material in there. Yeah, no, not with my wife. Read it by myself.
Oh.
Needs her looking over my shoulder. And the name of the book is Bondage, and it is written by Patty Davis.
In bookstores now?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Anything you want to admit here on the air? Any new sex experiences or anything that you tried?
Well, who are you dating now that you're free?
I'm not dating anybody.
When's the last time you went on a date?
November.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet this guy?
No, that was the guy who was...
Oh, that was the guy? Yeah. And you haven't dated since?
No.
Well, you must be really climbing the walls.
Yeah.
Because you're in this shape, you're in real good shape, and you're anxious to use your body.
I know.
And yet you don't have anyone to use it with.
And you're married.
Yeah.
Well,
my wife is sick, though.
She has a terminal disease.
Yeah, she does. Oh, man, what a relationship that'd be. I'd be partying with Ronald Reagan. When's the last time you saw your dad? A year?
A little while before. I only relocated to the East Coast in September, so I saw him a little bit before that.
Maybe you are in the will. I wonder if you are on the will.
Well, see, now...
Do you talk to them on the phone on a regular basis?
Not on a regular basis. I have to have sort of a reason to call, you know.
Oh, that's weird.
Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm getting married. I'm not getting married.
She's not in the will, then. She's not in the will. You called them and told them you were getting married, then you had to call back and say, I'm not getting married?
Yeah.
You did, really?
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't changed.
I thought they should know.
What's with her? Take her out of the will. There's not going to be any grandchildren.
They could think that you're doing these things just to have a reason to call.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're really feisty. You must be hard to get along with.
I'm probably as hard to get along with as you are.
No, I don't think so. I'm very easy. I'm like the water. I just go with the flow.
Just flow.
I just flow.
Oh, bull.
No, you could believe that.
Nah.
What do you spend, like 2-3 hours a day in the gym? I like that. I admire that in a woman.
I spend about an hour in the gym, and then it takes me about an hour to run 6 miles.
And what do you got? Some guy training you? What do you go to, a regular gym?
I go to a gym out in Connecticut. I don't train with someone there. I train with a guy in Manhattan.
Yeah, and what everyone tries to hang around with you because you're the president's daughter and stuff?
No, actually, no one tries to hang around with me in the gym because I'm stronger than most of the men in there.
Really?
No, not all the men, but some of them. I have bigger biceps than them, so
really?
I don't want to stand there.
All right, come on, let's hug goodbye. Okay. Let's really get into it. Come on, what's nothing wrong with that? Come on, you haven't had any in a long time. Nothing wrong with a woman having needs. I'll take care of that. Hey, come on, take off those headphones and come over and hug me goodbye. Patty Davis's book is Bondage. Watch this, Robin.
All right. What are you going to do?
You're so tall.
Wow, look at the body on you. Damn. All right.
And you're so tall.
Can I grab you behind when I hug you?
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that was easy. Okay, first of all, hug me. You see. All right, now I'm grabbing you behind.
Ah, you're too funny.
Here I go. Wow, it's tight. Are you flexing?
No.
Wow, what a body on you. What a body on you. Jesus. Obviously, you must have felt that I'm not as small as I say I am, right?
Oh, you were holding yourself back, so I couldn't
come back
tell.
here. Come back. I'll grind right into you.
You know that's small.
Yeah, I told you I'm not. You could really tell? You could not. You couldn't tell. She was practically pulling me in.
Is that right?
Yeah, she was pulling me toward her.
She was trying to rape you.
My whole pelvic area, my buttocks, my lower
grab
torso.
Your butt?
You didn't grab my butt. Hey, come here and grab it. Here, come here. Give me another hug.
Oh, yeah, I got to see if you really are getting.
Wait. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What?
I think that you need to do some more work on your butt.
No, come on, feel that. Just
I know, it's flab.
No, come on. It's cellulite. That's a genetic problem.
Oh, please.
How are you going to use that cream?
I don't have that much time to work out. Yeah, but come on, how about this? Here, punch there. How's that, good?
What's all this stuff on top of it?
Oh, you're so cruel. That's like a bear. I'm a lovable bear. But she's in real good shape.
On top of that, me?
Let me feel your belly. Wow, that feels tight.
A little muscle.
Well, you're a woman. You have to look good.
Oh.
I don't. I'm a guy. Well, anyway, go pick up the book Bondage. Boy, you're really into me. Man, she was really going for it.
Goodbye. I'm going to go walk through lots of women with breast implants now. Right?
Yeah, well, a lot of the girls from the Super Bowl party are here. All right, Patty, good luck.
Scared.
Don't be scared. It'll be fine. I'll walk you out. Patty Davis, the book is called Bondage. And we'll be back after this. Bye, Patty.
You're listening to The Howard Stern